Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing whether or not Thai retirement visa rules, especially regarding insurance, newly discussed. We've been discussing this for about a month now. I know it's causing a lot of consternation and concern out there amongst the retiree communities, but the question posed is, are they discriminatory? And the reason I got to thinking about this is I was reading an article from the Pattaya Mail, that's pattayamail.com. Article is titled, Pattaya Retirees Feel, quote, trapped, unquote, in Thailand. I urge folks who are watching this video, go check that out. So quoting directly, a random group of 20 Western foreigners holding both O and OA retirement visas and extensions of stay have told Pattaya Mail that they must reluctantly remain in Thailand. They say that the latest rules of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, enforced by embassies, are hugely discriminatory to retirees wishing to take a break abroad. Quoting further, Pattaya expats say the entry rules are discriminatory because other elderly expats have a much easier time. Quoting, quote, those on 1-year marriage or family visas or those with an elite visa are not subject to these extra insurance regulations, unquote, said Charles Fraser, who wants to return to UK to see his relatives, but is afraid he can't get back. So, a couple of things here. I think we've done this. We did videos on the Thailand Pass system, and the only visa category, to the best of my knowledge right now, that does not require at least some form of insurance to get back into Thailand, in the sense that insurance that has to be purchased in addition to whatever they're doing, is B visas. B visas with work permits. We've discussed that in another video, specifically on insurance requirements associated with B visas. Everything we've been seeing with regard to the Thailand Pass system, which is a Ministry of Foreign Affairs creation, everything else that I know of requires some kind of insurance. It may not be the same level of insurance as retirees, and I'll get to that in a minute, but there are COVID insurance, for lack of a better term, requirements associated with even family-based visas, elite visas that we've seen thus far. Now, that may change, so we'll certainly update you if the situation evolves. But back to retirees, and back to the notion of discriminatory. Well, the question becomes discriminatory compared to what? And as stated, with the exception of business visas under these new Thailand Pass protocols, the Thai business visa, and specifically those who have a business visa with a work permit, who can provide Social Security documentation or documentation from their corporate employer regarding insurance or regarding some kind of coverage documentation, those are the only folks I've seen that don't fall under the standard Thailand Pass insurance requirements. However, I do understand, setting aside the notion of discriminatory, it doesn't look like that necessarily to me, but I do understand folks' consternation with respect to these insurance requirements. They're certainly becoming more cumbersome to deal with. They're certainly becoming a more stringent requirement than they once were, even compared to October 2019, because those who want to leave the country, and again, this article, a hugely discriminatory to retirees wishing to take a break abroad. Well, in the sense it's discriminatory, I guess it's discriminatory if you just want to stay in Thailand on an O retirement visa and just keep extending. There presently is not an insurance requirement that I can see. But if you do want to leave in a de facto sense, yeah, there's an insurance requirement. It's not for the visa itself. It's for the Thailand Pass system to be able to get you back into the country. So in a sense, I guess it does discriminate against retirees who might want to leave and come back in, as opposed to those who just want to stay in Thailand and aren't really looking to change their location anytime in the foreseeable future.